So let's have a little bit of fun here. I wanted to show you guys. Actually, you know what? Guys in the control room, can you talk over the loudspeaker if I ask you guys a question? Because I'm curious. You already saw the graphs. It wouldn't work. Damn it. I was going to try to get your guys' guess on which president was the most disliked in the modern era, but you guys already know the graph, so I'm not actually going to get a sincere guess. Just show the chart for everybody, and I'll talk about it. So presidential net approvals 262 days in. The most popular was George W. Bush, 74.4%. Now, just so everybody understands, the reason why it's so high is because of 9/11. Because 9/11 happened and everybody sort of rallied behind the president and rallied behind the flag. And so it's sort of almost like an unearned, massively popular approval rating. Then you have George H.W. Bush was plus 47.6%. I don't know what to attribute that to. Fall of the Soviet Union, maybe? I'm not sure why it was such a massive approval rating for H.W. Bush 262 days in. You have Reagan with a plus 20.3% approval rating. Obama with a plus 12.4% approval rating. Bill Clinton had an plus 8.9% approval rating, 8.9 points over water. And then look at this. The two least popular presidents in the modern era, Biden minus 4.9% and Trump minus 18.4%. So Trump by far and away was the least popular, but right behind him is old Joe Biden. So listen, what's the takeaway from this? The takeaway from this is something has gone terribly awry in this country. And by the way, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised by that either. Nobody's going to be surprised by that. So what does that tell us? That tells us the system's broken, the government's broken, people are not getting their problems addressed or fixed in any serious substantive way. People know something's off. They know oftentimes they're voting for the lesser of two evils, and they get the evil guy in there, and they're like, hey, by the way, I still think he's evil, so they don't like him. And this is the result. And when you have, for example, COVID-19 still hitting the country hard, when you have a lagging economy, here we are. And by the way, Joe Biden's approval rating was the highest right after he gave people $1,400. So it turns out that makes people like you. You're like, hey, here's some money. People are like, oh, cool. I kind of like this guy. But since then, hasn't been much done. And as a result of that, it's slipping. His approval rating slipping. Now, I actually give him credit for pulling out of Afghanistan and standing up to the military-industrial complex on that front. He's terrible on other foreign policy stuff like Iraq, but on Afghanistan, he did the right thing. But the media just pummeled him over that, just punched him in the face repeatedly, and I think unfairly. They were being way more pro-war and hawkish and neoconservative and imperialist, and it was terrible to see. But that also probably hurt because the polls showed people were still like, yeah, I want to get out of Afghanistan, but the way we did it was terrible, and oh my God, let's nitpick that forever. So that hurts him. COVID hurts him. The economy lagging hurts him. So if they don't do the Build Back Better bill, oh my God, Democrats could get obliterated, not just in the midterms, but Biden can easily lose in 2024, assuming he's still around, or whoever his heir apparent is could lose, like Kamala Harris, whatever. It's kind of scary, isn't it? You almost feels like there's almost nothing that's actually on the table can really get us to a point where politicians are liked again, because they're not serving you, and people now know that. You can't pull the wool over people's eyes forever. They understand the game now. People understand the game. People understand just how screwed they are and how much we live in an oligarchy and a kleptocracy, and corruption runs everything. So there you have it. The most disliked presidents, or the most disliked president 262 days in was Trump. Second most is Biden. Goddamn, son.